Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 14 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finish the site. We added the sidewalk, the grass, and the road. Now we're gonna continue working on this. So what I want to do is to show you how to create the sheets for your printing. So now, before we start, let's go to ground floor, and then we're going to here and create a camera view. I'm going to take the image from here all the way, and this is the view range of that, and then there you go. So by doing this, you'll be able to set the image for you to render and for you to add on the sheet. So here, we could put this one to find so everything is showing properly. And then here, you can change it to consistent color or realistic, if whatever you want. You can even try the realistic and it will look like this. And of course, the materials that we use, that's not the final one, but we could just do a basic rendering so that we could put it into our cover sheet. So after that, let's create our sheets. So go here, click on the sheet, and then right click and then click new sheet. And A0 metric is already loaded. If you want to load different title blocks, you just need to go to the main and then title blocks, and we have different kinds and different size right here. So I'm gonna use A0 metric, and then we have this one here. As you can see, A101, you can change it, and then Revit will recognize the sequencing. And then here, I'm gonna put ACD, Arch Core Design, the project name, house, and then here, you can differentiate this one for cover sheet. And then it's up to you if you want to change all of this. Check by, drawn by, the date, and the project number. So it's really up to you. And then here, it will recognize if you change this to this one. So now that A101 is done with the cover sheet, we can then add multiple sheets. Let's add 5 or 6 for now. So 2, 4, 5, and then this one is 6. We can add this one, so the second. So you can actually go here. So similar to what we did, this will be first floor. And then you can also just click it here, and then you can type the name. And then we'll have section, and then elevations, and then another one. So if we go to cover sheet, we already have the 3D view, so you can get the view here. I believe view number 3 is the perfect one. So what we can do now is go right here to view, and then click on render. And then as you can see, the setting is at draft, that's the default, but you can increase it. So by going to best or custom, it will take time for the computer to render it. So that's why we're just setting it to draft, so that we could easily just see the result, and then we will be able to add it to our sheet. So here, once we're done, we'll be able to adjust the exposure, and I'll show you that afterwards, and then we'll be able to save or export it. So I'm gonna click on render. It will just take seconds because it's a draft. And then after that, we'll add it to the cover sheet, and we could increase it from there. So it's saying 16 seconds, but as you can see, within 3 seconds, it's done. And then after that, like I said, you can adjust exposure. This feels like it's dark here, so I'm going to brighten it a little bit. Highlights, shadow, make it darker. Saturation, intense, and then warmer. Click apply. If you're not good with this, you can always reset it. But if you're good, just press OK, and then you'll be able to export it to different file like JPEG, PNG, bitmaps, and TIFF. Or you could just save it to your project. So it's better to just save it to your project, and then you can name it render 1, and then you will have it right here right after that. And then now we could close this, go to cover sheet, and then just drag and drop. We don't need the title, so you'll be able to just, if you escape, if you select that again, you can just put it to no title, and then double click, and then you'll be able to stretch it so that you'll have a good cover sheet and you know the project that you're doing. Double click on the space, and then now we just need a drawing list. So to do that, we need to go to our schedule, right click on it, and then we have new sheet list. We're gonna add the sheet number first, so add parameter, and then the sheet name, add parameter. For some instances, if you put this one right here, you'll be able to select that again and then delete the parameter. So it's very easy. And then after that, you press OK, and then you'll have this one right here. So don't worry, we're just going to add it first. So once you add that, you'll be able to stretch it, but we could change the appearance. So you could double click here and then edit, and then the appearance, and then here I don't want any gap here, so I'm gonna uncheck that. And then the title text, I want it to be the biggest one, so we're going to put 8. And then the header text, I want it to be 6, and then the body, I want it to be 4. Press OK, and then here I'm going to change this to drawing list. And then once we go back here, as you can see, everything is good, and that looks good right now. So we could just put it on that side. And then in Revit, everything is automatic. So if you add or delete any sheets, it will instantly reflect onto this drawing list. So you don't need to do anything else. So for example, if I delete this, it will be deleted here. So I'm just gonna undo that, Control Z, and then it's back there. So at least you know that everything is automatic here, and you don't need to do anything else after you added this. So after that, let's go to first floor, and then in here we can drag level 1, and then let's see how this one looks. So for this one, as you can see, we need to zoom in too far because the scale is not good. So we're gonna delete that and then go to level 1 and change this to 1:50 for the scaling. And then let's clean this up. Crop view, crop region visible, and then crop annotation crop. Check all of this under extent, and then here you just select that, and then you show the area that you want to show only. And then obviously it's this part where everything is. Go back to first floor and then drag it, and then as you can see, it's a better scaling and everything is showing properly. But for me, I want to make it nice and professional, so I'm gonna go to annotate, detailed line, and then I'm gonna choose thin line. I want a border right here, so I'm gonna add 10 and then 10, and then I'm gonna select rectangle, and I'm just going to add it like this. Delete this one right here, and then I'm just gonna drag this one onto the center, and then I'm gonna pull this one up. I'm gonna put the title onto this part right here so that everything looks nice, and then I'm gonna select the view so that I could drag this one out. But if you notice, I want it to be first floor, not level 1. So to do that, you can change it here, but it will change everything. It will change the name here, and then it will change here, and then it's not gonna be like organized, so it's gonna be first floor, second floor, third floor, or whatever. To make it nicer, that you're just only showing the name here and not here, is to show the title on sheet only. So here, what you do is just type in first floor and then click apply. Actually, first floor, and then select here and then apply. So some form of bug that always happens is you need to select it first here before you click apply. So now extend the title line, and then there you go. It looks much better right here. So I'm gonna select this and then click on tab. So I have the border. I'm gonna copy it to clipboard so that once we go to first or second floor, we'll be able to paste it current view. We don't need to create all of those anymore, so it's already copied here. So I'm gonna do that, and then let's go to level 2 before we drop it, because we know that we need to change the scaling, and then we need to check all of this so that the view is central only onto this drawings right here. And then after that, go to second floor, drag and drop. And similar to what we did in the first floor, press escape, select this title, and then drag it, press escape again, and then go to or click on the view, and then you'll be able to drag this. But change this again so that it's second floor, and then don't forget to select this and then click apply, and then now drag this one as well, and then as you can see, it looks much nicer right there. Let's go to section. So like I said, everything is automatic in Revit. So as you can see, there's no numbers right here, but once we add the sections, which is right here, to the drawing, everything will fill up. So right now I'm gonna go to section, sheet, and then go to modify, and then add the same thing, add a line kerner so that we already have the borderline. We don't need to start all over again, but at least we have the first one, and then the second one will just come in. So now what we can do is to go to section. Let's check this one. We need to pull it up so that the first floor and second floor is showing. And then as you can see, we have this one section as well showing. What we can do is pull this one up and then change this to 1:50, similar to what we did, because we know the 1:100 probably is not good enough. And then after that, we could change this one. So shaded, we could turn on sun, or actually shaded fine, and then I think that's good enough for this one. And then let's test it. So go to section and then drag section number 1, and that looks good right there. And then let's go to section 2, 1:50. Fix all of this, click on tab, and then drag it and pull it up, and you can see that everything is automatic. All the numbers and sheet numbers are added once you add it to the sheet. So now let's put it to fine, and then this one is shaded, and as you can see, everything is working like that. So here I'm gonna turn shadow on so that we could see the depth, and then here shaded, but this one, for some reason, the transparency, we need to turn that off. And then now we could just turn this on, and it looks much better. So go back to section sheet, and then let's drag this one right here. There you go. We could pull this one all the way onto this side, but of course we need to clean it up. We could put this one right there, select tab, and then CO, so that we could just copy, and then here let's drag it to the end here, select this one, drag it, and then here let's add this one as well. Press escape, select the title so that you'll be able to drag it, select the view so that you'll drag the title line, and there you go. So that's our section. In terms of our elevation, before we go there, select the lines, click this one, hold on control, and then select, so that we could copy now this part and then paste it onto our elevation. We don't need to create it anymore. There we go. Probably the section, or elevation, we need more. But now let's go to our east elevation, and we need to change it to 1:50. The section, all the information are there. Let's check level 1. Section information are also there, so everything is there already. Go back to east. This one is 1:50. Click on fine. Make sure this one is all turned on or checked, so that you'll be able to adjust the crop view. It's not showing everything that you don't want to. And then here, make sure this is fine. This one, I'm gonna put consistent color, and then graphics display, and this is just my preference. I want it to be graded, and that looks nice there. I want to test it first before I change all the other elevations right here. So go to the first elevation drawing and then drag the east. And as you can see, it's a little bit big, so we need to increase it. And then we could just move this one all the way here and then clean this up and then select this and then clean everything else. So now that's perfect. I'm gonna replicate it to the other elevations. Consistent. I want it to be background to be gradient. Apply. Okay. Make sure you turn on, press escape first, all the extents, so that you'll be able to crop it. And don't worry to crop this because it's gonna follow along, so you're not actually removing all the information. So go to south, 1:50. Detail is fine. Graphic display, background is gradient. Click apply. Okay. Turn all of this or check all of them, and then make this one nice. I want this one to be consistent color. Not sure if we did the consistent color here, but yes, I think we do. And then go to west, 1:50. Fine, consistent color, but go to graphic display to change the background to gradient. Check all of the extent and then crop this view so that it fits the drawing. So now the only thing we need to do is go to our elevation, go add north. North is a little bit big, so we could double check that and then crop it a little bit more. And then as you can see, this one will fit along. If you need more space, you can always drag this one down, select this, always show this one so that everything will align. As you can see, there's imaginary line or temporary dash lines, and then clean it up. And then go to the last elevation. But before we do that, let's add in the lines, copy, and then select this one, and then paste it to current view. All you need to do is drag it. We need more space there, or let's fix this. And then go to west. Maybe let's fix this now so that once we drag it, everything looks good. There we go. This one is good. Added. Let's add this one to the corner and then fix the line, and then this one as well, fix the line. So now everything is set. We're going to save this. So we need to do is to just print this one, make sure it's combined, select this one, view again, and then make sure to put it back to combine because it will just separate the file. Go to select, uncheck this one, and then here we could actually select all of them, save as, full set. So here you can create multiple preset already. So for example, you can do this, save as change one, or change one and then do another one, save as, change two, and so forth. So you can always create those presets, and as you can see, it will change depending on what you want. So utilize this one so that it's easier for you to do printing and you don't need to click all of them. I have example at work that we have 200 sheets that we created for a project, and that is so much that we always have a preset when we're doing changes, and then of course we have a full set like this. So just press OK and then press OK, and then let's wait for it to finish, and then once it's done, I'll show you the result that we created this. So once it's done, I'm just gonna open and see. So this will be our cover sheet. First floor, second floor, we have the section, and I like the shadows there. It's showing the depth, so I like the way it looks. This is the elevation, and then the other elevation. So we're gonna close this now. So thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.